I laugh at how restful this can all be. My window is open. I can feel a nice little cool breeze come in. I can hear the birds. And I'm just gonna rest here and talk to you all about this. I had someone yesterday ask if I'd make a video about physical versus social and just my ideas around it. And some of them seem pretty obvious, but maybe people don't don't know the difference. So they wanted me to address the fact that this is not a time for social distancing, not in the way, not the literal definition of social distancing, but I also want to address how that can look different depending on your personality too. Because this is like the best time ever for people who are like introverts or people that don't like touch. This is like perfect. Like this is like everything you've ever asked for, right? I also was told by someone who's been talking to introverts that um, they don't really appreciate this time, even though people exhaust them when they're around them. They always wanted the option to hang out with people, and this is really hard for them, even though they're introverts. I can see that. I can see how there are people that are thriving under this kind of climate. But I think the hard thing, again, for a lot of us is somebody imposing on us what we can and can't do. That is not the American spirit, right? We're not good at being told what to do. And especially in Texas, where I live and not consider my home, we're a rebel state. So to tell a Texan anything that they have to do is not a great thing. But what we're trying to encourage is physical distance, not so much social. I hope that you are making the connections that you want to make out there in the world and that they feel good to you. Either video, I love Marco Polo. It is my favorite way to communicate with people. I do not like texting. So if you've ever texted me and wondered, why did she get back to me? Sometimes I forget about the texting or I have to double check. So, but Marco Polo is really my preferred method. I like video. Video chatting's fun. So staying connected through video, through applications like Zoom, um, staying connected. I mean, of course, texting is fine, but social media. But for those of you who don't have social media and YouTube is your only way, create a YouTube channel, share it with people, put it in the comments, I guess. Um, if you have something you want to share with the world, I guess you have to find other platforms. So, yeah, stay social if that feels good to you. If you're an extrovert, Yeeks. This is your time to create and innovate and find ways that you can get those energy needs met. There are people doing dance parties online, there's people doing fitness, music. There are many ways. It's just that I think it takes a moment for us to grieve that we don't have the freedom that we'd like to have, and that to give yourself a moment to grieve and to be maybe upset or sad or angry. That's upset, or afraid, and that's okay too. And then find a way to share it, share it with somebody. Um, I don't know how long it would have to take for me to start to feel needing additional social interaction. So I have kids, I have a partner, and I'm pretty satisfied. Um, it's nice. Actually, I kind of like the quietness of life right now, and I like things to go really slow pace. So this is really great for me. Except, of course, money. That's fun times. So yeah, uh, everything I'm trying to think. The hardest thing, I guess, is the touch piece for a lot of you who really require touch. I think I shared this yesterday, but I'll share it again. So the reason why I am trying to do the best quarantine that I can right now is because I have my partners, I think, would be vulnerable if he got it, and if it was a critical case, it would be really tough on him, and I don't want to put him through that. So, not now. I guess that's probably I should say it's not even about putting him through it ever, because it's not a matter of if we're gonna get the virus; it's when. So I'd rather wait to expose people to the people that I love when we have the hospital resources to handle people, right? So I'm isolating until it's a good time to do that. I don't know. It's like, when will that be the time? How long will it take? I don't know. All right, it's kind of weird laying down this whole time talking to you up there. I put my tripod up so you can kind of see me. And yeah, this is what I look like when I wake up. Just had breakfast. If there's something that you want me to talk about, I can talk about plenty of things. Just let me know. Process thinking. Take care. Oh, here's a question. Hey, any book recommendations to read right now? Like random book recommendations? I have a ton of books that I have a few books that are here that I start looking through them. I'm not ready to read. I think one that I have started and think I could speak about is Supernatural Human. If you're into meditation, but like at the level of science and understanding how you can use meditation to literally change your DNA, that one is fascinating. I have some of the mental concepts. I haven't started practicing it, but if that's a thing that you're into, that's probably my only like. If I were thinking like, would be a book right now that people could get into that would really take their mind to places without using drugs. So sometimes drugs can do the same thing, but in this case, you can use your mind. I think getting people into their heads and their minds and turning off the mind and then losing themselves, because that's really kind of what it's all about, losing yourself and then redoing your DNA. That seems kind of fun. I was telling my kids, because we were just like dreaming, like, what's possible. And I said, what if? Because they say that this virus it didn't originate, it's not a human virus. But, what are the possibilities that we're not really human? Like, not 100%. So, what about parts of our brains that are not human that have been turned off because we don't need them? So, again, this is talk with kids. So, then what if we could wake those parts up before that virus hits us? And then we can fight this from our like alien parts or other parts of ourselves that are not human. Like, we just have to wake up parts of ourselves that haven't been needed. So, it's like, what if we can use meditation in our minds to do all sorts of things? And it's all possible. Everything is possible. Yeah. So those are my thoughts right now. And I think about, we have all this time, we should all be meditating. Yeah, that'd be nice. I'll get to it eventually. All right, take care, y'all.